What's going on, trainers? Troy back here with episode number 31 of 66 Singles Spectacular versus my really good friend Danny. Says Nick's here, and he's also Rising Taide on YouTube, and I got him here on Skype. Say hi, Dan. What's up?
Hey, thanks for having me on the show.
No problem, man. We just did a really good 6v6 singles battle, and it was so good I just thought I'd bring you on, and we could just talk about it, you know, just side by side, see our thought processes through the game. From the very beginning, like, I saw your team, I was like, oh man, the Gyarados is going to be a problem, maybe the Venusaur, and maybe the Ambipom, because Ambipom is your star favorite Pokemon, right?
Right, and I was really thinking you were going to lead with the Donphan, but I was like, I'm going to lead with Ambipom anyway, he's going to switch into Donphan, so I'm going to need to play around that a little bit.
Well, like, I actually thought, I knew you were going to lead with the Ambipom, so I really thought, okay, man, I'm going to go with Medicham. And then when I really thought about it, I'm like, maybe he can actually beat me, because I just knew you could beat me in speed, and a fake out and then a double hit would have been the end of me. So I brought in the Donphan to be like my defense tank. So that's what ended up happening at the very beginning here. So
yeah, I stayed in because the fake out I would have outsped by 1 point, but I was worried about the Mach Punch priority, so I was only going to sneak in a fake out and then switch out.
Well, that's the thing, is I didn't even have Mach Punch the whole time. You get a good switch here, knowing that I go for the EQ. And this Ice Shard actually did a lot less damage than I thought. What is that thing, a defense tank?
Nope, it is natural bulk, completely natural bulk.
Any EVs and hit points or no? Because like I really thought that Ice Shard would have been a 2-hit KO or something.
It is 252 speed and special attack, and then 4 HP.
Okay, so I guess I bring on just a boss. So I bring in my other boss, Tyranitar, my special wall. I don't know if you saw him coming with you know, that, like, look at the, like, Sol vested, max special defense, max health, like everything. Look, it even did damage on that Mega Venusaur too. Like, oh my gosh, I was happy for a while. I love him.
Yeah, I did not think that Venusaur was going to take that much damage, which is why I thought it was going to be a safe switch in. And then I'm like, okay, well, maybe I can get some residual health back with the Giga Drain. But I realized that I did, like, maybe a half of damage against you.
You did, like, let's see here, 207 to 171. That's, like, nothing. That's, like, 30 damage. And you don't get that much back from the Giga Drain, but it is enough for you to live through another Stone Edge. So at this point, I was really thinking, okay, it's probably going to heal. Crunch can do just about the same amount of damage because it is stab, and you're going to take some sandstorm damage anyway. So I was doing pretty good so far. I knew I could take it out, but you still weren't going to let Venusaur die just yet, though.
Yeah, I decided to Synthesis even though I knew that the health I would get back wouldn't be as much because of Sandstorm. But I knew I'd be able to survive another Crunch because I wanted to stall out the Sandstorm for my other Pokemon to live longer.
Yeah, I had a feeling you'd stall out the Sandstorm too. Also in my mind, I could just like, okay, I'll switch him out, bring Sandstorm in anyway. But turns out later on that didn't seem to be the case. And you get an okay Toxic, you can poison him out later, and it'll hurt. But to be honest, like when a Pokemon for me gets poisoned after they take out 1 or 2 Pokemon, I'm fine with it. You know, poison doesn't really do a whole lot to me. So so far in the battle, I think it's 1-1. You bring out the Metagross. I was pretty confident I could take a good hit here, and I did not expect you to Rock Polish, but you were faster than me anyway, but now it had double speed, so I was looking at a really big threat here. And in the back of my mind, I was like, okay, this thing has weakness policy. I just know it is, because I think we talked about it once before.
Yeah, I talked about how I had weakness policy Rock Polish on my Metagross because it's really gimmicky.
You know, well, yeah, you had double attack and double speed already on a Metagross, and I'm like, oh, geez. So I think I don't end up taking this next Earthquake here. Yeah, I think I do die, and I was hoping, okay, maybe a Stone Edge or Earthquake would kill me, a Stone Edge, but that ended up not being the case. I do go down, but I was happy with Tyranitar. He still did an okay job on Venusaur. And, you know, just overall, just 1 for 1, I guess. So I bring in Medicham, and my thought is, well, you know, just go for, you know, a little, try to scare you away, fake out, and then try to, like, just get you low enough so when I, later on, bring in my Talonflame, the Brave Bird will actually kill. And you made the mistake to go for EQ.
I know. When you had the Tyranitar out, I was actually expecting you to switch into Talonflame, so I was considering going for Rock Slide instead of Earthquake. But when you doubled out with Medicham into Talonflame, I didn't really predict that. So I was going to go in for, again, the Mach Punch. I was trying to play around the Mach Punch.
So the whole time you just thought I had Mach Punch the whole game.
the entire game. I was just like, okay, I can't deal with Mach Punch. I cannot deal with Mach Punch. How do I get around
That's
this?
funny because I didn't have it at all. It's not in one of my moves, and because I have high jump kick. And here's a fake out. That's one of the crits. I was like, wow, I can't believe that actually killed. Like, I think I could have, like, lived, and then I could have took out the Ambipom with the Brave Bird, because I think that was a game-changing moment, because if this Ambipom was dead, it would have been a different game. But because the fake out did kill me, I had to try to kill it with the tri-attack, but then I'm also shocked that it like, lives through that tri-attack, too, because I was specs on my Porygon Z.
Yeah, that fake out actually did matter against the Talonflame, because I just did the calculations right now, and I only would have done like 61% damage.
Yeah, so I would have been able to live, then the Brave Bird the next turn would have been able to kill. So after I switch out my Porygon Z, you bring in Hydreigon, I bring in Medicham, hoping to go for a high jump kick and kill. I still go for a fake out, because, you know, you might as well go fake out anyway, get a free flinch. And
Right.
even with the Intimidate, I was like, okay, Intimidate's fine. It does like an okay job, like, you know, lower my attack, but, you know, pure power, Mega Medicham, still one shots like that. Look at that Thunder Punch on the Gyarados. That was just beast.
See, I was thinking that you were carrying Ice Punch instead of Thunder Punch, so I thought I was playing around. I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna need Gyarados alive, so I can switch it out onto the Medicham, get the Intimidate off, and then maybe weaken it a little bit. And I did not expect to get one shot with the Thunder Punch.
What were the other moves on Ambipom? Because I see it had Fake Out and Thunder Wave, and this Thunder Wave was a pain for me too.
It actually runs Return and Pursuit.
I also really kept predicting you had Power Punch. That's why I think later on I switch out Sharpedo, because I was like, oh, I'm just going to walk into a Power Punch, and that's what I didn't want to do. And that's why I was scared of his Power-Up Punch.
The whole time that I was almost positive this Sharpedo was Focus Sash Destiny Bond. I was positive of that. That's why I went for the Paralysis instead of an actual attack.
No, he was Life Orbed and just, you know, all-out attacker, you know, hoping for speed boost. And even I get 3 speed boosts here, and then it still can't outspeed that Hydreigon. I was hoping I kill a Hydreigon early. Sharpedo being paralyzed does cripple him quite a bit, which ended up hurting Sharpedo. I really wanted him to have a better impact in this game, but I guess he didn't.
Yeah, but yeah, I was the whole time I was like, okay, well, it's about to Focus Sash, and then I saw the Life Orb, and I'm like, well, I don't know how to deal with this, because I had to lock into Dark Pulse, which was a really risky move on my part.
It was your Hydreigon specs, right?
My Hydreigon is specs, yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought. And I get an unlucky download. Porygon Z cannot get the special attack download the whole game. Here's another crit that I was...
Crit.
Yeah, that was the second crit. I was like, wow, I was really mad at that one. I got out of my chair and kind of just did a big what the fuck there. I was like, wow, I can't believe that just happened. And because I knew, like, killing Hydreigon could have helped. I would have killed the Hydreigon with an Ice Beam. And, like, I would have been able to, like, just keep my Medicham out, or in my, you know, back for a little bit. So whenever you bring out Ambipom low, I can just bring out my Medicham with the fake out, and I can be fine. That also wasn't the case. Even though I do take out your Magmortar, towards the end here, Medicham is just way too low. That Magmortar is even faster than me than my Medicham, which really sucked.
Yeah, I actually choice scarfed the
Magmortar. Okay, that makes perfect sense.
And I run a Clear Smog and Thunderbolt on that, because people don't really expect a Fire type to have an Electric type move.
That's
so usually I save him for Talonflames. So when people switch into that, I'll usually T-Bolt it.
Yeah, not bad. Even though, like, this battle got really, really even. Like, it went so even that your Ambipom died at the end, even though I still lose. Like I said, if the first crit didn't happen, I would have killed... Brave Bird would have killed the Ambipom, and then maybe if the Hydreigon didn't kill the Porygon Z, I would have killed that, and then I would have had Medicham to deal with only Magmortar, and then it would have been it. But, you know, I always hate thinking, you know, what could have been. But you definitely deserve the win. It became as close as a battle as I could ever ask for. Unfortunately, I lost. Unfortunately for you, you win. So that was a great battle.
It was a fantastic battle. It was just so close, like down to the skin of my teeth. I really lucked out on that game. Yeah, it was a fantastic game.
I thought a lot more on this battle than I do normally on other battles, which is pretty good, because I didn't want to you know, take you for granted. I was like, oh man, I'm battling this guy. He's you told me some cheesy stuff, and I was like, wow, I gotta, you know, really give this one some thought.
Well, I definitely take a lot of pride in that, so thank you very much for the kind words and the compliment.
No problem. Any last things you want to say before we sign off here?
Troy's a really cool guy, and you should check out my channel. And
your channel? What's your YouTube channel? I forget. No, I'm kidding. No, I got it. Don't worry. Let me do it. Okay. So I'll just quickly sign this one off on the way I usually do. Everybody watching at home, thank you very much for watching our 6v6 singles battle. Danny, aka the Rising Tide, you'll see his YouTube channel in the link in the description below. Check out his channel. He's a really cool guy. Does strategy, philosophy, other battles, I guess, and this battle too. He's really good at battling also, and then other strategy guys. So please check him out down below. Other than that, you guys all have yourselves a great day. Good luck in your next battles, and as always, I and I guess him, we will see you guys next time.
Take it easy.